Hi, Peter Eliades with you again. This is Wednesday, September 3rd. We're into the new month, the first day of the new month and the new week because, of course, of Labor Day yesterday. Let's take a look at some charts here. Let's start you with the weeklies. We looked at them over the weekend, and we want to show you what's happened so far this week. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and this is a 10-week offset to give nominal 20-week projections. As you can see, the Dow had clearly been below the offset line for the last week especially, although we commented that we like to see in downside projections happen on down moves, and we so far haven't had that. We've had like 1, 2, and this is kind of a flat week. We're talking about the median, the mid price of the high and low for the week. But today we fell off from this close on Friday. This is where the bar is as of the close. So we still have this downside projection, 24,173.67, 24,760.03. That's on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. What would it take to invalidate that? Well, the midpoint for this week, as you can see, is right here around, that's right around the 25.9, or is 25, no, I guess around the 26,600 level on the Dow. And in order to get above there on a median basis, a midpoint to the bar for the week, you just subtract this from that and then add the result onto this. So we'd have to get up here somewhere to invalidate this. So for the time being, it's a relatively safe projection. Let's change this to an S&P chart. There's not going to be any new information there, but we can review what we saw last week. As you can see, last week on the S&P also was comfortably below, theoretically generating this downside projection between 2717.49 and 2773.94. On the S&P, the midpoint for the week, right around this level, around the 2934 level. So if you take 2934, subtract it from the low of the week so far, which is 2892, that occurred today. That's 42, a little over 42 points, and you add that to this point right here, because you've got to get that far above it to go above for the median for the week. You come up with a reading of around 2976 on the S&P would be required to move this above the median for the week. That's assuming, of course, that we don't go to a lower low in the meantime. So those are what the numbers look like on the weekly charts. 2717.49, 2773.94. Those projections are in effect. The only other thing we'll do quickly today is take a look at some of the short-term things that occurred today. These are very short-term, almost the smallest projection we do on a daily basis. This, in fact, is a nominal 5-week projection, and so the offsets would be 1.75 to 2. I don't have both the offsets on here. I have the 2 on here, and as you can see, we broke below the 2-period offset today, and this offset is simply moving forward the lines between the medians for the week. These blue lines represent the midpoint of the week, and you just draw lines to the midpoints of each week. As you can see today, we went below that and generated nothing dramatic. It generated a short-term downside projection to between 2875.92 and 2883.79. Those are numbers to be watched for the short term, however, because if we get down to them tomorrow, there's always the possibility of attempting to do a turn. Let's take a look at what the equivalent numbers are on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, because it also gave that little nominal, call it a nominal 5-day projection. You can see we crossed below the 2 offset here, generating a downside projection to between 25,833, I'll round it off, to 25,926. So those are levels to be watching tomorrow in this zone right here to see if indeed there's any kind of turn attempted from those levels. That's what it looks like on the short term. In the meantime, we do have the downside projections generated by the weekly charts. We'll show you again tomorrow what we're looking at. Thanks for watching.